Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this pick a card reading, we'll be looking at who's the next love interest coming towards you. This is a timeless reading, so whenever it finds you, you're meant to see it. So take your time and choose from one of the 3 decks that we'll be reading from today. The first deck being the Tarot of the Divine deck, the second deck being the Mystical Manga Tarot deck, and the third deck is the Star Spinner Tarot deck. So take this time to choose whichever deck calls to you the most. If you can't decide, you can always use a random number picker, and that'll work for you just as well. Once you've made your decision, just scroll down and click one of the timestamps below to go directly to your reading. Hi group number 1. You chose the Tarot of the Divine deck, so let's find out about your next love interest. So who's the next love interest coming towards group number 1's way? So we have the Page of Coins, the 9 of Swords, we have the 6 of Swords, the Queen of Coins, we have the Hierophant, and we have the Moon. So with the Page of Coins, 9 of Swords, and a 6 of Swords here, it looks as though your next love interest is a stable person, although they do get anxious at times. Maybe they suffer from anxiety, but they have no qualms about going after what they want in life. So they may be a bit of an adventurer. Now with the Queen of Coins, the Hierophant, and the Moon, they're pretty well off financially. And they think long and hard about their commitments or things that they're going to commit to because they're a loyal person. And they may not see the point in committing to anything that's not long term or brings some form of value to their life. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Coins, so they could be a little bit indecisive about where they want to go. Or maybe they're a little slower when it comes to making decisions because they're constantly weighing the pros and cons of each one to see which one would have the best outcome for them. Let's find out a little bit more about group number 1's person. We have the 7 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, so we have the 10 of Wands in reverse, and let's just get one more card. So we have the 3 of Swords, the 2 of Coins, and the Ace of Wands. So with the 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands, and a 10 of Wands in reverse, this person is the type of person who puts a lot of effort into anything that they become involved with, and they don't easily let things go. They seem like the person who will do anything to try and save a connection or a situation rather than just let it fall apart or walk away. Whether or not that's a good thing, that depends on you. In fact, it stresses them out more to let connections go than to keep dealing with the situation. And with the 3 of Swords, 2 of Coins, and the Ace of Wands here, this person seems very private, so it might come off as them being secretive or distant, but they're just not the type of person to let everyone know their business, especially when it comes to their intimate moments. They're definitely not the type to kiss and tell, and they may radiate a lot of sexual energy or come up as a very sexual person, but that seems more like a facade because they're not just interested in sharing themselves with any and everybody and are a little picky when it comes to their partners. And with 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, they could be a hopeless romantic or just looking for a long-term fairy tale-like relationship, which doesn't exist, but they can hope. But they are emotionally available when they do come in here, so it doesn't seem like you have to fight with them to get their guard down, at least right now, because it seems like this person is very cut and dry with who they want and who they don't. If they want you, they'll go after you. If they don't want you, they won't pursue anything further. So how will group number 1 and their next love interest meet? We have the Hermit, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse, we have the King of Cups. Ooh, violent. So we have the 8 of Coins, the 3 of Coins, and the Ace of Coins. So if the Hermit, Queen of Wands in reverse, King of Cups, and the 8 of Coins, you two will meet when you're feeling a bit down on your luck and you're not quite as confident as you usually are. It feels like you've taken a hit to your confidence in some way. Maybe it was by someone you dealt with in the past or someone who you're loosely talking to during this time. But with the 3 of Coins and the Ace of Coins, it feels as though you're going to pick yourself back up with the help of your friends. So maybe you're just going out to more events during this time. It could also be whenever you get a new job or financial opportunity with the Ace of Coins here. Hopefully it's not when you're in a relationship with someone else. We're going to look into that. But with the help of your friends, friends pulling you out of your shell and help cheer you up will put you on the path to meet this person. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So it may also be during a really good time for you. Maybe you feel as though you got a lucky break, or things are just working out for you unexpectedly. And overall, things are just going in your favor during this time. So why is the Ace of Coins here for group number 1? Ooh, okay, so we have the 10 of Cups, the 2 of Cups. Let's get one more card. You got 2 more, but that's fine. We got the 4 of Cups and the Fool. Sorry, it's about to get a little messy, group number 1. With the 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups, 4 of Cups, and the Fool here. It looks as though you'll actually be in a committed relationship when you meet this person, or you'll just be getting out of a relationship when you meet them. So although this is your next love interest, it seems like whenever this person comes in, since you're either attached or freshly single, if you're entertaining anyone right now, it's none of those options. So what I will say, if you're angsty for a relationship right now, don't just settle on the first person that comes your way or is heavily interested in you, because you might meet this person as soon as you seal the deal with them, or they could possibly be the reason why you two fall apart. Especially since it seems like you want to ignore the fact that you want something new or something different, as you're already committed to this person, so you want to keep up a happy front. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man. So it's like you'll be questioning whether or not you made the right decision by choosing to stay in a relationship with this person. Maybe that's why you don't feel so confident when this love interest comes in. It could possibly be because of this person that you're dealing with during that time. So if you're really looking for a relationship, you might want to hold off, because this could get messy. So when will group number 1 meet this person? So we have the 6 of Wands, the Magician, we have the High Priestess, and the Knight of Cups. So with the 6 of Wands, the Magician, the High Priestess, and the Knight of Cups, it feels like you'll meet this person between spring and winter. That's a little bit far off, I know, but they do seem like a very quality option, especially if you're looking for something long-term. This will also be during a time where a lot of your manifestations are coming true, especially when it comes to work or your projects, and you decide to start entertaining love. And when you decide to start entertaining this person, you'll feel a bit on the fence about it. Not because you're not interested, but it may feel a little rushed or sudden. You might not even be looking at them like that until this moment, especially if they're coming in around a time where you're already in a commitment. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Swords. You may even lose sleep over the way you view this person, or being around them gives you anxiety or butterflies in your stomach, and you won't be 100% sure of how to proceed with the situation. And what is the outcome between group number 1 and this love interest? Will it be a fling or a long-term thing? Okay, we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Queen of Cups, the Empress, 4 of Wands, 10 of Coins, the 8 of Swords, and a 2 of Swords. So with the Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, the Empress, and the 4 of Wands here, it's definitely a long-term option. There's a lot of love here. Commitment's definitely on the table. Be careful when you meet this person. There may be a chance for pregnancy. Or you two just help each other grow. You may even feel like this person is your other half. And with the 10 of Coins, 8 of Swords, and the 2 of Swords, you two will definitely have a happy future together. However, there may be some creeping anxiety about what would happen if things were to go wrong or if it were to end. Because be it you or them in this situation, when you get to it, someone's anxious that you two will stop speaking or maybe even break it off at some point, but they can't see a life without you, and neither you without them. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Wands. So this is going to be a very fruitful relationship, provided both of you decide to keep working on it, which it seems like you will. And this could be a relationship that stands the test of time, provided that everyone's open and honest. And although you two might not be sure where the future is going to take you, you may feel as though you can face anything as long as you two are together. So I'm just going to get some advice. Any last thing group number 1 should know? We have the Star, 6 of Coins, and the Emperor. So if the Star, Six of Coins, and the Emperor, this will feel like a wish come true. As long as you keep giving to yourself and stay true to who you are, will you be able to have this dream relationship. So be confident in what you bring to the table, especially with the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. You're enough, and this person can see that. You just have to make sure that you see that, because they can only give back to you what you give to them and what you give to yourself. So keep that in mind. So I'm just going to pull you some guided messages in order to close out your reading. Okay, we have acceptance. See yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. And let's just grab you one more. Ooh, and we have innocence. Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in trust, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. So group number 1, those are the messages I got for you. I hope they resonated, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hi group number 2, you chose the Anime Tarot deck. So let's find out about your next love interest. Who's group number 2's next love interest? We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Emperor. The Eight of Coins. The Ace of Wands. The Lovers, 10 of Coins, and the 10 of Cups. So with the Seven of Swords, the Emperor, and the Eight of Coins, this is a very detail-oriented person. They always pick up on the smaller details, and they have no problem exerting their will when it comes to getting things done. So they could be an authority figure of some sort, or they could just be at the top of the chain in their job or career. They seem like the type of person who always questions things as well and doesn't take things at face value. And they're constantly reevaluating the things that they invest in, be it people, their time, or money. And with the Ace of Wands, the Lover, 10 of Coins, and the 10 of Cups here, this person is very eager to find the love of their life, or a love that lasts for a lifetime. However, they might be a self-sabotager when it comes to the intimate part of their relationships, because it seems like they lead with that. And they don't mind getting in the sheets with someone before anything's official. In fact, they may know what they want before whether or not they decide to be intimate with them. It seems as though they enjoy indulging in that before taking things further. This person is also very well established and emotionally available, so they're very self-sufficient when it comes to their needs and wants, regardless of if they're in a relationship or not. So they don't seek validation, they're not needy, they're not clingy. They know who they are, what they're worth, and what they bring to the table. They don't feel the need to stress about how others view them. And with the Queen of Coins at the bottom of the deck, they're definitely frugal. In fact, they might even be too frugal, but not a cheapskate. They don't mind splurging on things here and there. It just has to be worth it for them, or to weigh the pros and cons before buying something or an experience, because they want to get their money or energy's worth out of the situation. And perhaps that's why this person is so well off. And I won't go as far as to say as they're rich or anything like that, but they definitely have enough to be comfortable or to splurge from time to time if they really wanted to. So let's find out a little bit more about this person. We have Temperance. We have the Magician. And we have the 10 of Swords. And let's just get 3 more cards. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So we have the Page of Swords. 5 of Swords. The Queen of Coins decided to pop out. 10 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands. We have Temperance, the Magician, Ten of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. This person does not mind taking the wait-and-see approach to things. Even if they do have a specific goal in mind, they know that ultimately the result isn't always up to them and they can't control everything. Or maybe a lot of people would see this person as having a lot of lucky breaks, or really good at foresight and staying impartial to situations. With the Page of Swords, Five of Swords, Ten of Wands, Queen of Coins, and the Nine of Wands, this person does not mind confrontation in the slightest. And they have no issue walking away from things that stresses them out or overwhelms them, because they know that there's always going to be another option or a way out. They just have to be patient and look at the situation from a different angle. This person could have also gone through a lot of losses in their life, be it with their friends or family, and they're accustomed to the idea that nothing lasts forever, and the only thing that's constant is change. So this person could be any sign strongly getting in Aries, but it feels like they have strong earth and fire in their chart somewhere. Also, be on the lookout for 10s. When this person comes in, that might be an indicator. Maybe they were born on the 10th, or you meet them on the 10th. You might meet them around 10 o'clock or in the month of October. And that might not mean anything, but it could line up. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Swords. So this person has a lot of secrets. Maybe because they dealt with a lot of heartbreak, or because they're the one who caused the heartbreak. But this person has a lot to unpack. So they may come off as secretive and mysterious, or they just don't like talking about the past, or they try to avoid those questions if they can. But this person's been through a lot, and may even feel that they have no tears left to give, especially if they're an individual who's suffered a lot of loss and tragedy in their life. And there's also a chance that this person might walk away out of fear of getting hurt before things even get started when it comes to their connections. Or they just try not to get too deeply involved in case they end up walking away from them. So how will group number 2 meet this person? So we have the Seven of Wands. We have the Eight of Wands. I'm going to take this because it flipped over. We have the Two of Cups. And we have the Empress. So if the Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands, Two of Cups, and the Empress is going to be at a time where you're closed off to love and you're focusing on other things, mostly work or any side projects that you're working on, be it hobbies or pastimes, and it feels like it will be love at first sight, where you two will just be heavily infatuated from the moment that you meet, because they automatically see you as an equal with the Empress here. So you'll probably cross paths with this person doing just regular activities in your life, especially when it comes to your interests. So maybe you go to the bookstore one day and they happen to be there and you have a conversation and you two happen to hit it off, like a meet cute situation. Or you'll meet this person by hitting a milestone in your life, or you achieve something that you've always wanted to do, or at least you feel like it's within arm's reach, whatever that means for you. But it feels like it's going to be a meet cute, and it's going to be in a situation where you're doing something that you're good at. You just may happen to have some difficulty that day doing it, or you're unsure on one of the skill sets that you're trying to show off during that time. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. So you will definitely meet this person while you're trying to improve yourself in some way. It feels as though you two will have very similar interests, and that's what will bring you two together. The only thing is you may have to get out more in order to meet this person. So whatever hobbies that you may have, you might want to overindulge a little bit, or it'll be during the time you overindulge that you'll meet this person, since you two are coming together over shared interest. So it feels like you'll meet this person when you least expect it. So it feels like you may meet this person at a place that you frequent, or just indulging in something that you like, even if it's as simple as going to your favorite ice cream store or taking a walk in the park. But do know that the moment that you meet this person, they'll automatically feel as though you're the person they've been looking for. So when will group number 2 meet this person? So we have the Five of Cups. We have the Five of Coins in reverse. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. The World in reverse, and a Six of Coins in reverse. So if the Five of Cups, Five of Coins in reverse, Two of Wands, Four of Cups in reverse, the World reversed, and a Six of Coins in reverse, It feels like you two will meet when you have nothing left to lose, or maybe they have nothing left to lose, one of you in this situation, and you decide to shake things up and step out of your box because you feel as though something in your life just isn't working, and you're tired of giving your time and energy to people who either waste it or just don't give you the same amount of time or energy in return. And while it doesn't feel like you're upset or anything tragic is happening to you during this time, it just feels like you need something more out of life, or maybe you need some form of escapism, because either things are stale or just lackluster in some way. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Swords. So this seems like a time when you're branching out and networking with other people, or just putting yourself in more social settings where you can interact with more people. Just any type of communication really that can get you out of this slump. So this may also be during a time where you find yourself attending a lot of events or any social invitations that come your way. But have an open mind and really put yourself out there. And if you're not in the mood to get out like that, that's fine. But when you do get that urge, do know that this person will be coming in. So last but not least, is this just a fling or a long-term thing for group number 2? Okay, we have the Hierophant. We have the Nine of Cups. We're just going to take the cards that flipped over. The Fool. Six of Swords. And the King of Swords. So if the Hierophant, Nine of Cups, the Fool, Six of Swords, and the King of Swords, this is definitely going to be a long-term commitment. And this relationship can stand the test of time because it feels like this person is completely and utterly enamored with you. And they want to make it their duty to keep this fairy tale type of romance alive. So it feels like from the moment that you meet, they'll be fantasizing about you in that way, whether or not you feel the same in that moment. But once you two meet, they'll already be planning out your lives together. And they feel as though this is the only right choice. And they're willing to sacrifice any and everything if it means that you two can be together. So any final words of advice for group number 2? We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Four of Swords. And the Three of Coins. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands. So with the Knight of Cups, Page of Wands, Four of Swords, and the Three of Coins, your advice is to hold out because it feels like you're going to have a lot of suitors around this time as well. And maybe even get your friends or family's opinion of the people that you're interested in entertaining. Or let them talk you out of jumping into something so soon with someone, especially if they seem flighty with the Knight and Page energy here. Because with the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck, these other options can't even hold a candle to this person. You just have to hold out and wait for them. So if you're not sure, see if you can get a second opinion from the people you care about. Or maybe even wait for one of your friends to try and set you up with someone or encourage you to talk to someone. You can meet them that way as well. So all you have to do is just separate them from the duds. I'm just going to get you 2 guidance messages to close out your reading. So we have change in direction. The changes you are experiencing are divinely directed by your newborn willingness to open your heart to love and our guidance. You are protected now and in the future, so follow your path to the happy outcomes you desire. And let's just get you one more. Okay, and we have blessing in disguise. What appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayers. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. So group number 2, that is the message that I got for you. I hope it resonates with you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Okay, group number 3. So you chose the Star Spinner Tarot deck. So let's find out who's your next love interest. Who's group number 3 next love interest? We have the Wheel of Fate, Death, we have the Magician, the Moon, we have the King of Swords in reverse. And we have the Page of Swords. So with the Wheel of Fate, Death, and the Magician here, this person feels as though they're unstoppable. They can do any and everything. They're constantly changing themselves, or there's some type of change in their life. So they may not be the most stable of individuals, but where there's a will, there's a way, and they always find it. They're very flexible and adaptable considering how much life has sprung on them, or just their constant pursuit of knowledge and different perspectives in life. That they're constantly shifting their beliefs, opinions, or ways of thinking. But despite how chaotic they seem or their life seems, it's for their greater good. It was all to make them a better person or make them the person who they are today. And while yes, that's very cliche, but considering how much of a tornado this person's life is, they may come off a bit off-putting to you, or you're just mystified that someone can go through what they went through and still turn out to be a decent member of society. Now with the Moon, King of Swords in reverse, and the Page of Swords, it feels as though this person constantly reflects on their indecision, or their ability to be disciplined in some way, shape, or form. They just go with their gut or follow their heart. And while that's not the most stable ways to make decisions, it's worked out for them so far, and it's something that it looks like they're actively working on improving, be it their communication style or how they go about planning things. But they also don't want to be seen as a tyrant or someone who has control issues. If anything, they may seem a little too laissez-faire about the situations that they're put in. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. So this person is very insightful and intuitive, and that's why they've been able to make it through life this long with such a carefree attitude. They just trust that everything's going to work out in their favor because it usually does. And so far, their heart hasn't been wrong, so they find no need to start doubting it, even though they would like to improve using logic in situations. You might also find them to be a spiritual person as well. So they might be a very spiritual person or someone who seeks knowledge and is constantly questioning ideas, beliefs, and values of people or society. So their way of thinking might be philosophic, or they just take a more philosophical approach to life. So let's find out more about this person. So we have the Two of Swords. Okay. We have Justice in reverse. We have the Tower. We have the Chariot. We have the Nine of Wands. Let's just get one more card. And we have the Queen of Wands. So if the Two of Swords, Justice in reverse, and the Tower, this person might be a bit skewed when it comes to morality, or maybe they don't have the strongest sense of morals. They could be Machiavellian in nature, or their idea of what's right and wrong varies from situation to situation depending on how it affects them and the people around them. So they may not be above being petty or using underhanded tactics when it comes to certain situations or getting what they want. However, in a time of crises, they will step up to the plate and do what is morally right, especially if it's something life-changing. But this person sees the world more so as gray rather than black and white. They might even like to dabble in chaos as well. So they may instigate situations or set the pieces up so they can watch everything come crashing down on someone else. But they're very secretive about it, and they're very secretive about themselves as well. They're not the type to let anyone know what they're doing when they're doing it, and their mentality is very much loose lips sink ships. And they may not see the purpose in intervening in any situation that doesn't directly affect them or brings them some form of entertainment. And with the Chariot, Nine of Wands, and the Queen of Wands, this person could live a good bit of distance from you, or they're in the process of moving, or they just like to travel. Maybe they're the type that likes to take long drives or walks and enjoy the scenery or getting lost in their thoughts. And while everything seems to always work out for them, that doesn't mean that they don't have their own stressors. It seems like they're pretty tense in general because they're not quite sure what life is going to throw at them next, and they feel the need to always be ready. And that can get them down from time to time, but they keep moving forward. So they could be a tense or intense person, mainly because they always seem like they have to hold it together, or they like looking like they're holding it together well, when in reality, everything is burning around them. And they're quite confident, charismatic, and self-assured, especially when it comes to their abilities. They can be very charming or charismatic, and know how to get what they want out of people or a situation. Whether or not that's a good thing, that depends on the situation. But there's a certain type of confidence that comes with knowing that you can always turn the tide in your favor. And this person exudes that. They may also have a pet, or multiple pets, specifically cats, but it could also be any smaller type of animal that you would keep in a cage, like a rabbit or a ferret. Something small, agile, and just as chaotic as them. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess again. So this person is probably more cunning and more capable and intelligent than they let others know. So they might come off as ditzy or hopeless, but it seems like everything is intentional. Or they like to go with the assumptions that people have about them without bothering to correct them or show them any different because it gives them the advantage. This person may also know a lot about psychology and body language, so they're prepared for every situation or social interaction they may be put into. I'm gonna be honest, group number 3, this person seems a little sketchy. And while it doesn't mean that they're a bad person, they just have a very warped view of the world. It just feels like this person is still moving in survival mode, so that may come with its own set of challenges for the both of you, depending on what type of traumas this person went through in their past. So how will group number 3 and this person meet? So we have the 3 of Wands, the Page of Wands, the 4 of Chalices. Let's just get you one more card. And we have the 8 of Chalices. So if the 3 of Swords, Page of Wands, 4 of Chalices, and the 8 of Chalices, it feels like there's some form of heartbreak here, either on your end or their end, that kind of sends you off the rails. It makes you riskier than usual because of this truth that comes to light. It just feels like you'll be craving love because of this. And if not love, attention, or just an emotional getaway card. Maybe you're just starved for human connection at this point, or you feel like the clock is ticking and that you can't wait any longer for a relationship, or you may be the only person in your friend group that's single, because it feels like in this moment you're wanting and longing for some type of connection to take your mind off of this. So why is the 3 of Swords and the Page of Wands here? What's happening? Okay. So we have the 10 of Chalices, the 5 of Coins, the King of Chalices, the Queen of Chalices, the 3 of Chalices, and Fortitude. Okay, so with the 10 of Chalices, 5 of Coins, King of Chalices, Queen of Coins, 3 of Chalices, and Fortitude here, it feels as though you're going to be going through some type of heartbreak during this time. So this could be as you're exiting a relationship, or maybe you just still haven't gotten over a fling from the past, or you thought this fling was going to be so much more than it actually was. Because it feels like this person was gaslighting and manipulating you into believing that the connection was more than what it actually was. And although it hurt to look in the mirror, you knew in the end you were being neglected and this person was never going to choose you. So it doesn't feel as though it was really anything serious, because it's all one-sided. Maybe you thought you were in a serious relationship, or you thought that by making yourself available to this person, it would become a committed relationship, when in turn they just used you and your emotions to string you along. Especially since it seems like you're not the type of person to just give up in a connection. It feels as though you tried to work on it as much as you could, but finding all the other people involved in this situation was just a nail in the coffin for you. Even if you weren't anything official, it still hurt you to realize that you were just a number to this person. And even if it wasn't anything official, it still hurts you to find out that you're just a number or a hole to this person. So you decided to walk away with whatever dignity you had left. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Chalices. It's like you knew everything would come crashing down. It's just that you wanted to hope and believe that this person would do right by you and choose you in the end. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like that happened or is happening if you're talking to anyone right now. Especially with the lightning striking in the background. It felt like this person just gave you a rush, and that's what you needed to stick around, or to give you hope that there was some saving this connection. Meanwhile, your heart knows that it's time to go. So it seems like you'll be meeting this person when you feel like sowing your wild oats or doing your best to get over this person or connection that was stringing you along. And I don't want to call you desperate, but during this time period, you're going to be going out of your way to look for something or someone that makes you feel loved. You just want to feel wanted during this time period. So when will group number 3 meet this person? We have the Lovers, we have the Page of Chalices, we have the 10 of Coins, the 6 of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. So with the Lovers, Page of Chalices, 10 of Coins, 6 of Swords, and the Ace of Wands, it feels like you'll meet this person while you're trying to hold on to stability while everything else seems to be crashing around you, at least emotionally. And you start listening to yourself more and maybe even become more selfish when it comes to going towards something in life, especially when it comes to partnerships. This could be around a time where you're having a hoe phase, or you're trying to disconnect from the deeper meaning of emotions and just stick to the surface level in order to avoid getting hurt again. So you're definitely trying a new, bolder approach when it comes to romance. You may even give up on the idea of romance or your very specific idea of romance and just focus on the physical when this person comes in. Because maybe you're just not ready to connect with someone on that level again, especially that deeply, and it not be mutual. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. So it's definitely going to be during a time where you're trying to fill the hole in your heart with material things, specifically sex, but it could be drugs and money as well. Because it's like you want to numb the pain in who you really are, because you like to give your all to a relationship, but if the person isn't willing to do the same for you, what's the point? Why even bother? And you may also meet this person because you're both looking to escape whatever heartbreak of the situation that you're in. So is this a fling or a long-term relationship for this person in group number 3? So we have the Sun, Judgment, Temperance. I'm just going to get you one more card. We have the Five of Wands and the Hierophant. With the Sun, Judgment, Temperance, Five of Wands, and the Hierophant here, it can be. So it feels like it's more than a fling, but it's not exactly the most long-term commitment of sorts. Because maybe you two are just too different, or it's just an explosive relationship with a lot of highs and lows that just isn't sustainable after a while. Because it feels like when you two are on the same page, it's going to be great, it's going to be amazing. It'll probably be the best time you two will ever have together. However, when things even out, or if the scale tips the other way, then there's a lot of pain and suffering, and a lot of lows that you endure for the sake of the relationship. So once again, it could last, but it seems very chaotic and toxic. But it'll be like being in your own soap opera, and this person is willing to commit to you. It's just, is that the type of commitment that you really want? And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands. So it seems like once the passion fizzles out, the relationship will fizzle out because it's just more trouble than it's worth. And there's nothing left to grow there, especially since this seems like a very fast-moving connection. Maybe just because you two were just so set on being loved or finding someone who would love them that you didn't realize how chaotic things would be outside of your passionate moments, that it's exhausting and draining for the both of you. So what is group number 3's advice? We have the Ace of Swords, we have the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords. So with the Ace of Swords, Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Swords here, don't be afraid to communicate what you want or what you need from a person, be it to them or to yourself. Because it looks like you have options. You just meet them in such a rocky time of your life that you're willing to just take anything to get your mind off of it. Especially with the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There are better options for you out there than this person. You just have to take the blindfold off and see your own worth. And not just take the first thing that comes your way because it shows you a lot of attention, or because you're so desperate to be loved or to feel loved by someone. I'm sorry that was so gloomy, group number 3, but at least now you're prepared. So let me just get 2 messages to close out your reading. All right. So we have Shower of Abundance. To heal your financial situation, first give us your worries concerning money. We will guide you in order to show you how to create and accept abundance. As we work together, your financial situation will heal as fast as you'll allow. And next, you have family. This situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and heal. In your mind and heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. So group number 3, that was your message. Honestly, I hope it doesn't resonate with you, but if it does, please choose wisely, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.